that's the greatest hope, I think, of anyone, is their job or something that they're doing in their life is having a positive impact on others. I mean, I often think about, at the end of my life, or the end of all of our lives, actually, when we're on our deathbed, we're about to die. I think that we might just reflect back on our life and think about, did my life leave the world a bit better than when I first came into this world? And I think for all of us, when we're in that place, we want to feel like that we made some difference, some impact in the world. So, oftentimes at questions and answers after the film with audiences, some audiences have said, "Oh, that, well, you're in a good position to influence others, being a filmmaker." But the whole point of the film, and I think one thing that the Dalai Lama has said, he told me this, is that every individual has the ability to create positive change in the world in their own way, with their own gifts, with their own opportunities that they've been given. So everyone has to find, what that is. What way can they help their family or their friend or their neighbor or their town? How can they leave the world changed in a little bit of a positive way through how they live their life? And for me, that's filmmaking. I mean, for me, I kind of fell into it by accident, really. I mean, what I really wanted to do was to write. I was writing a poetry, basically. I mean, I wanted to be a poet. To me, that was the most satisfying artistic thing I could do. But I think one day I woke up in college and I realized, it feels wonderful for me to be a poet, but is that going to really impact others in a positive way as well? It might impact a few, but what's the way I can use my my life and my abilities in the way that can impact the greatest number of people? At first I thought I was writing scripts, because, I was thinking, film and writing, script writing. But it was almost, this is another example of happy accidents, of things you could never have planned that moved your life in a certain direction. Well, I was working on a script that interested singer Johnny Cash. He read the script in his weekend cabin, and he really wanted a part in this film. While I was working on that script, this opportunity just came to me to make a documentary. It was my first documentary, Black Hawk Waltz: Tales of a Rocky Mountain Town. The way that happened was it was almost effortless. The project almost came, the funding came easy. It just, I believe that life was pushing me in that direction to make documentary film. I wanted to make feature films. That's glamorous, That's the big time. But I think somehow my purpose in this world was to make documentary films. And then that film led to some other projects and ultimately led to this film, Dalai Lama Renaissance. Dalai Lama Renaissance. Okay. So I think if it weren't for that, I don't think my film company would have been chosen to make this film. If it weren't for that happy accident, or that first documentary film came into my life, that led to this way of creating a film that's impacting audiences around the world.